it'd be quite cool to film in front of my Japanese souvenir dresser today because we are working with Japanese fabrics. Yay! And I am so excited. So me and my partner went to Japan in March last year and I came home with just a few little fabric souvenirs for myself. And I've made a very slight dent in that stash. I've made this little top, I made this blouse. I think that's all I've made with the Japanese fabric so far. So I'm really excited for today. And what's really good about this cabinet is it was completely free because it was going to go in the bin. It was upcycled by myself with some mahogany stain, and it's littered with all these little souvenirs and trinkety things that we picked up in Japan on our travels. And it's probably one of my most treasured pieces. I absolutely love this dresser. And I'm hoping for this to become like a little series where this year I tackle all of my Japanese fabric stash. So let's go ahead and show you what I'm going to be working on today. As some of you might know, this year is all about mindful and purposeful sewing. So I'm sick of making items that just don't either fit in my wardrobe because of the colours, patterns, materials, or just things that just aren't practical for me to wear. I desperately need more day-to-day wear. So I needed like a tool that could like help me plan each individual item. So then it gives each fabric, textile some purpose. And that actually leads me on to today's sponsor. And I'm so happy that they are sponsoring this video, Milanote. If you had seen my Wild Clouds collaboration video, you would have seen how imperative Milanote was in helping me get organised for this. So I am beyond thrilled that they have decided to sponsor this video. And to be honest, I probably would have used them either way because I just think the concept is so good. So if you don't know, Milanote is an all-in-one tool to help organise your creative projects. With this particular project, I started off by taking pictures of all of my Japanese textiles that I bought from my Japan trip. Then I added them to the mood board template, which helped me gauge what textiles, prints and colours I will be working with. Milanote makes starting a new project really easy with over 100 built-in templates available for every type of project. Whether you're a fashion designer, crafter or a business owner like myself, you are guaranteed to find a template perfect for your creative project. And I kid you not, as a business owner myself, I use the weekly plan template to organise my entire work week every day. I would be honestly so lost without it. But anyway, back to my board. Here I was able to add handy notes on what items I really wanted to make, like a pair of trousers, a bag, dress for example, but also how much of each textile for patterns I wanted to use. And I could just add that to my little handy notes over here. Then with that, I've organised my project into several boards by grouping the textiles such as kimonos, the purple fabric, which we'll be working on today, tanugis and so on. I would definitely say my favourite feature of Milanote is the web clipper, which is like a little save button that you can find on images on other websites. So when I was browsing patterns and notions for this Vivienne Westwood inspired top, for example, which is something that I will be working on later in the year, I'm able to save the picture of the pattern to my board, which includes a link to the original page. This is such a helpful feature, which again keeps all of my ideas and inspiration in one place, yet I can easily find the original link just by clicking the image. Each board includes its own mood board. It has added notes, little sketches, which you can do directly on top of images. Not only that, you can add colour swatches, documents, videos and audio. It's perfect for visual creatives like me, and I love that it automatically saves. That way, by having the Milanote app downloaded to my phone, I'm able to quickly look at my boards and make changes while sewing and creating. And not many people know this, but my go-to person for advice on a project that I'm working on is my mum. Even though she would say she has no creative input, I think she does. So for the purple fabric board, I wanted her feedback on adding applique to this blouse that I wanted to make, and she kindly gave me her honest thoughts on this. So instead of trying to send pictures over to her on FaceTime, I can instead invite her to my boards by sending a link and asking for her feedback, which she can leave directly on my board. And she says she had no creative input. And I'm so excited to continue working on my boards with Milanote. It feels like the most eco-friendly way of jotting down ideas. There's no wasted paper and resources. I literally can easily change parts of my project visually with just a few clicks. And if I think my board is getting too overwhelming for me and I want a fresh start with a fresh mind, I can just add a new board with a new template and basically redo the whole project. And if you know me well enough, you would know I often chop and change my mind when it comes to new designs. So by having all of my ideas in one organised, sometimes semi-organised place, it makes it really easy to come back to. Oh, and get this, in order to make you feel even more inspired, you can totally customize how your actual board looks. So for my purple fabric board, I ended up changing the color of the background to this pale lilac color. I changed the text box columns to red to make it really stand out, and I even changed the font color to match. I feel like I'm in school again, making sure my pencil case and contents of that case all match. So for me, who admittedly isn't the best drawer or sketch artist, I still feel like I'm getting that creative experience that you get when you stick down your pictures and you're drawing and sticking things on top. I just love it. This Japanese project is part of an ongoing series where at least once a month I hope to tackle my Japanese textile stash. And finally, what's amazing is that Milanote is available for free with no time limit. Just sign up for a free Milanote account using the link in the description. And if you enjoy using Milanote, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you guys are working on. So the purple fabric is what I'm working with today. I've got 4 meters of it, and I think with clever pattern cutting, I should be able to make a pair of trousers and a matching top. So I want to create like a really nice, practical 2-piece set. And like I said, I'm trying to create items that I will wear every day, things that I will wear in the studio because I seem to have barely any practical studio outfits. So for this fabric, it's like nice medium weight cotton. It just feels so high quality. I don't know what it is. So I just thought 2-piece set, I've decided. So for the trousers, I am going to do cargos. They're just so practical. I love the pockets. I think the ones that I've made myself that I just need to alter slightly are so comfortable and perfect for a studio. So we're going to remake them, but I'm going to make some changes to the bottom. So I'd seen on Etsy that there was a company that did cargos with like a drawstring bottom, and I just really like that option. So I'm going to, instead of doing like the little elastic cord, I'm actually going to make some very thin like ribbons to go along the bottom. So I don't think I've ever done drawstring cargos or trousers before like that, so that'll be interesting. So of course the pattern is this Ariel by Sew Me Something pattern, and I'm just going to make some very slight adjustments. I'm going to make the legs a lot wider so I can have the drawstring bottom. I'm actually not going to add the pockets just yet until I've got the main blouse top part cut out, just in case I might have to do a bit of clever pattern hacking again. Because unfortunately, if I run out of fabric, I can't just get a ticket to Japan. Could I? Then for the blouse, again, I just wanted something practical, but something a little snazzy. So I've gone for this lovely blouse from Madswick patterns. Got it on Etsy, and it's the Rosamund. I really hope I'm saying that right. Rosamund blouse. And I don't know, there's something about it that kind of screams Japan to me. It's kind of like simplistic, but it's got like the big sailor collar, which for some reason just screams like anime. But I think in this fabric, and I think with a bit of applique, it's going to look really good. Oh, and for the buttons, this is so cute. So these are from Oddborn Shop, and I think I mentioned them last year. And I don't know if you can see, but they're little Sakura, little cherry blossom buttons. So those are going to go at the front. And I did think about maybe doing like a little cherry blossom needle turn applique, or just applique with just like a zigzag stitch. So but that's something I'm going to think about at the very end. I want to make the patterns, I want to make the garments first, and then whatever additions I want to make, I can do that. So the fabric has been washed, it just needs a nice little iron. The pattern for the blouse, which is what we're going to work on first, that's all been printed and stuck together. I just need to work out what size I am, and I know it's cheeky, but I feel like I'm going to need to do some adjustments, but I'm just going to measure the pattern rather than making a toile. So don't judge me. I need a cup of tea. Let's get a cup of tea. That's better. So I'm just looking at the size chart, and I need to measure my bust because I think that's the main measurement that I need. And then, okay, where's my tape measure? I'm like a comfortable 40-ish. Okay, so I'm a size 5. So I've actually stuck all the pattern pieces together and we can cut them. I've just noticed that the collar, I do want it lined to give it more of a structure, especially if I want to applique on top of it. But I don't want to waste the fabric and not have enough for the cargos. So I don't know what the solution is just yet. We will cross that bridge when it comes to it. So there's been a slight oversight on my part. I need to fit another like trouser leg, and as you can see, I do not have enough. Fab. I mean, would this be a true AFRAYED Upcycling video if something didn't go right? Probably. Okay, so solution wise, because I really do want to get this done like today and tomorrow, I think we're going to carry on with the blouse. That's the original plan. So we'll carry on with that as normal. And then obviously I don't have enough. Do you know what? I measured the length, but I didn't measure the width. So of course it doesn't work out. So I think I could probably make a matching skirt and maybe mix it with some other Japanese fabrics that I have. But if I can't do that, then I don't know. Basically, let's just crack on with the blouse as normal, and then while sewing, I'll try and think of a solution. Yes, still happy vibes. Okay, I'm making one change to the blouse pattern, and that's the sleeve. So I've seen it in like the listing pictures on Etsy that someone had, instead of adding the cuff piece, they had like a drawstring thing. And I thought that with the cargos being drawstring as well, that'd be like a really nice like tying feature. but obviously I'm not doing the cargos because I haven't got enough fabric. So, but I still want to do this little tie thingamablob. So I'm just going to lengthen this sleeve piece by about 2 inches maybe, and then sort of square it off to have the elastic in it. Yes. After cutting out, I literally only have this much left and some like little scraps. I don't know why I had in my head that I had like 4 meters. I must have either really measured that wrong or just got the width wrong. I have no idea. Like, I don't even know if I can fashion a skirt out of this. It'd have to be like an ultra mini, like a, yeah, there's no way. I'll find a solution. I'll find a solution. Okay, so before I go ahead and add the buttons and do the drawstring for the sleeves, I'm just gonna like try it on because I'm impatient. So this is what it's looking like. Ooh. I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever done like tied sleeves before. So I obviously want to add some little buttonholes like at the front. Yeah. And like this tie is like, I'm going to say like 1.5 centimeters. Let's have a look. Yeah. So these ties are like 1.5 centimeters. I need to obviously finish the other side. So I'm thinking if I just press the hem of the sleeve. Okay, 1 second. Sometimes I just need to do it and it sort of makes sense to in my brain. So I'm going to push it up by 1 centimeters. And then if I do 2 centimeters, yes, that's gonna work. Where's my little gauge? So if I do 2 centimeters, and then on the front I can just mark where I want the buttonholes, and then I can do the hem. No, then I can do the sleeve attachment, and yeah, it makes sense in my head. There you go, like that. Oh, my face is so white. So there's the little 1 centimeter and 2 centimeter hem. I am just going to mark on this, on the outside, where I want the 2 little buttonholes. Yes. And then I can get my machine and actually do them. I think it's gonna work. I think. So I've decided that I'm actually not going to rush and try and make like a little skirt or something piece out of the rest of this fabric, just because I feel like that's just putting pressure on me to make something. And usually if I do that, I just end up not liking the item because I've not really thought about the finished product. So I'm going to leave that for today and sort of update my Milanote board, so I've got like a really clear idea of what I want to make with the last remaining scraps. So I'm just literally finishing hand sewing on these absolutely adorable buttons, Sakura buttons. I mean, they're just, and they look all glistening and just love them. And then I'm not too sure what to do after. If I've got enough time, I might try and tackle making a curtain. Well, I need to make 2 curtains for my studio because the sun is, as glorious as the sun is and how nice it is in the studio, it's right in my face when I go to sew or do admin. And I have plans with the Japanese fabrics to make the curtains. So if I've got time, I might try and make one of them today. If not, I am planning to do this new sip and stitch thing on Patreon. So people who are whimsicals on there, so obviously there's like tiers and things like that. I want to do this thing where like once a month I have like a little chatty video where I just sit and do something, and then people can, in like little group chats, we can like talk about what other people are working on, and then like I'll like not review it, that sounds so lame, but like I can like have a look at it and like discuss it in the video. I don't know, it's something that I'm hoping will come together. So yeah, I need to film that, which I was hoping to do tomorrow. So either way, there will be a curtain being made at some point this week. I still need to decide if I want to add a plique to this. I mean, looking at the fabric, it is quite busy, so maybe it just doesn't need a plique. I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to finish off these buttons. I've got 2 more to do, so I'm going to go ahead and finish that. Okay, this has been finished, so we're going to try it on and then determine if we're going to add some applique to it. Let's go. You guys are not ready for this. Oh my goodness. This is the most beautiful blouse I've ever made. I think applique would probably ruin this. I just think the pattern is as snazzy as it is, and I'm happy with it. I don't think I'm gonna do applique on this. I just think the pattern is so cool that I think by covering it up would ruin it essentially. And plus I've got scraps, so if I want to add applique on something else, then I can. But this, I am so pleased with. I love the little buttons, and like when they like in the light they kind of go silvery, which matches this even more. Honestly, I'm just like so pleased. This is such a beautiful item, and I'm going out tonight, so I think I'm probably gonna actually wear this. I'm going to try and show you what this looks like with the trousers that I've been wearing today, because I think it's a really nice outfit together. do you know what? I actually think that if I had made cargos in this print, it would have looked a bit too, maybe just too much fabric in the same thing. So I actually think this has kind of worked out for the best. And plus now I can look for fabric that complements this top rather than like compete with it. Honestly, I'm so chuffed. I think this is probably one of my favourite makes that I've ever done. And the fact that it's taken me like a whole day to do it as well, just, don't know, there's something special about that. Also, I know I said about doing a curtain for this video, but honestly I haven't got the time. So I'm actually going to do that sip and stitch curtain video thing for my whimsical patrons. So that will be coming out very soon. But yeah, this has been a really fun video. So if you can, please like, comment and subscribe. It really does help. And if you don't know how to sew, then please learn, because you can just make things for yourself and fall in love with them. And I know in my heart I will never get rid of this. Like, this is a forever piece for me. But anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!